prefer to stay anonymous. I have two stories for you. A few months ago, while I was working as a security guard in a small town, these guys renovating his office were talking about creepy experiences, and I told a few of my own. We go back and forth until one of the older ones talked about wolfmen. He encountered one that hung on his car while he was driving down the countryside road. He said that it jumped onto the back and crawled its way onto the roof. He stopped the car in an attempt to throw it off, but it still clung. It wasn't until it looked at him through the passenger side window that it tried to open the car door. He was going to crash his passenger side into a tree, so he speeds up and the wolfman looks at the tree, then at him. From what he said, it knew what I was planning and jumped off. He got to the end of the road and looked back to see the thing walk off into the woods. This happened in the 80s. The second one, same gentleman, claims that Wendigos have made it to Texas. Ooh, we get to know where this takes place. Claims to have seen them out in the wild and in mid-transformation. He didn't give much details besides that. So that is where this one ends, right there. It ends right there. OP, thank you for sending this in. I think while still short, it is super important. These are almost like PSAs when I get these types of messages. Wendigos are definitely everywhere. I've had so many stories about Wendigos, it's not even funny. I don't know that I would have thought about them in Texas, but I guess there are quite a few wooded areas out there, so it would make sense to me. But the Wolfman, we've had some weird stories about wolfmen, about dogmen, and I think it would make sense to have wolfmen in Texas, but I feel like it would be a lot, I don't know, I feel like it would make a lot more sense if it was somewhere up with a lot more mountains. Does that make sense? I don't know why. Maybe because wolves are typically in like mountainous areas. I don't know. Maybe I'm stretching just a little bit. Either way, having an animal, part human, crawling on your car and then putting two and two together that you are attempting to get them off of your car by potentially harming yourself and putting yourself in a much more dangerous situation by hitting them with a tree on a fast-moving vehicle is really scary to me. It's like they can take the context without having the full intellectual aspect. Does that make sense? I can't wait to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments. Let me know, let OP know, and I love you guys. I hope you have a great stinking freaking day. And remember, there is a lot of cool things coming your guys' way. If you are not part of my little billboard that I've created in chats, you definitely should be. Bye!